Good evening, everyone. Happy December. I am Reverend Robin Nashok, the Spiritual Spinister, and I welcome you here to our Wednesday evening spin into the stillness, where we make a few moments in our day to go deep, to have a discussion, to have a conversation, and to get some insight from our deep self. Again, which I always will believe is our higher self and that divine being that is within all of us and is also around everything. So, this is who we have the opportunity to communicate with this evening, every Wednesday evening, when we go into the stillness. So glad you're here. And as you know, we like to start each meditation by setting a brief intention for the evening. And this is just so you can focus. This is just so you can kind of direct the intention of your meditation, direct the idea that you may want to be pursuing with your deep self. You can ask the universe, ask your deep self for answers to questions. You can state that you would like insight or guidance about a particular issue. That's all part of the intention, which does not have to be complicated or complex. Just a few words, just a few trigger words that help you and prompt you to have that conversation about something that is specific or has some parameters when we go into the stillness. So you can either write your intention down on a little slip of paper, or you can, kind of mock write it on your hand, or you can keep a journal of your weekly meditation so that you can track what your experiences are as a result of your meditation, or maybe if you skip a couple of weeks to see if there's a difference, if you have meditated a couple of times a month and don't do it. But that's a way that you can kind of log and understand what's happening with you as you meditate. But this is your few moments. This is your meditation. So you do what works best for you. Now, if we were in person, we would gather everyone in person into a space, and I would lead the meditation, and then we would have written our intentions down on that slip of paper, and I would gather them at the end of the meditation, and then we would send them out into the flames, which, through the miracle of modern technology and through the mutual agreement that by proxy, I can write the words everyone's intentions on one of these slips of paper, and that will serve to be the representative of all of the intentions. And so, just as if you were walking up to give me your intention to throw into the bowl, that is how I'm gathering that energy tonight as we do our meditation. So if you write it down, you can keep it in the palm of your hand. You can then kind of send me energy as we're meditating. You can give yourself permission to send me that energy before you go into it. I will gather it, send it out into the universe, and that just gives it that much more power to have meditated in a community. Now, one of the reasons that I love our Wednesday meditations is that we're all setting individual intentions as we begin. So your issues are not my issues. The guidance that you need is not necessarily guidance that I need, but we agree that when we draw that oracle card from the Star Codes Astro deck, that card is the answer, is the response, is the guidance that we're all seeking for our individual question or intention. I think it's pretty cool. It's a community that is gathered. It is a community that is gathered live, if you're here on the live stream in real time, or if you are watching this at another time or watching the recording again. You're part of that community just by being here, showing up, stating your intention for this specific meditation. And that is what gives this experience such power and such punctuation, and helps us to be observant and be aware of how the experiences of this meditation may pop up for us later tonight, tomorrow, later in the week. That's the beauty of meditation. And then we just get together and do it all again, adding to that energy, adding to that power. So before we move on, let's just do that now. Let us have a few moments here to write, state, however you want to do it, an intention for your meditation for this evening. So I've written mine down. I'm going to write everyone's. And as you can see, I'm writing the words everyone's intentions right here. And this will serve as our proxy. So I'll gather the energy into this little slip of paper. Because you have agreed, because we've agreed, because you have given me permission to gather that energy that I can send right back out into the universe and add it to the magical soup that is our glorious life here on the earth plane. So if you haven't, you can continue to think about your intention. Otherwise, let us move on to the cards. Now, again, we use the Star Codes Astro deck. I love this deck. I love the information that has been giving us over the last couple of months. I love the insight of the cards. I love that this is a practical deck of oracle cards. It gives us real insight and real activities to pursue in response to the message of the card. So it's going to give us a symbol and some artwork and then a little bit of background about it. And then it's going to give us some actionable items and then some things to keep in mind, like the gift that this card brings and the challenges that we may find as we're moving through the week with the information from this card. So it really is a very practical deck. It's very simple. It's very beautiful. And again, this is it's based on astrology. And we may draw cards that are not necessarily your sign, but your sign has popped up, or this sign has popped up for you for a reason that you will find out when we learn more about it. So I'm going to shuffle and then I'm going to draw the top card so that that's the one that we agree. I'm not reaching into the card. I'm not just pulling out one that works for me. I'm going to pick that top card. We agree that it is the one that is representing all of us this evening for this meditation and for the answers to the intentions or the response to the intentions that we seek. So let's just do this. And again, if you have not hit like on this video, from wherever you're watching it, and if you have not hit subscribe to the YouTube channel or liked my Facebook pages, either the Rob Banashak page or the Spiritual Spinster page, please do so now while I'm shuffling. What better time to hit like and then subscribe to the station, to the channel. You can also, I'm not live on Instagram, but I encourage you to check out my Instagram pages so that you can get all of the information, all of the content that we put out as it comes out. You don't have to wait. All right. Like and subscribe. And of course, comment, say hello while you're here. Let me know you're here. Let me know that you're interested. Let me know how your meditation has gone or is going, because this is the community that we want to establish. I don't want to just be the one talking at you all. I would love for you all to be exchanging information while this is going on or afterwards. So let us know how your meditation goes. Let us know if you received the insider guidance that you sought. And then as we close tonight, I'll be able to check to see who's here, say hello to you after we are done with our meditation. So here, top card. We are ready to go with our message for this evening, and the card for us all is Scorpio. So, not only have we drawn this card recently, was it last week? But it was recently. I have drawn this card several times. Now, I don't get it. I've shuffled the cards. I shuffle the cards every day when I draw. And yet, these messages that continue to emerge are ones that clearly we either need to see again as a reminder for whatever issue we're working on, or perhaps it's the answer to another question, to more guidance that we need about something else completely unrelated. Either way, it's no accident. And I often find it frustrating or annoying, but my deeper self knows that this is a message that I'm supposed to be reading, I'm supposed to be reminded of, even if I've seen it 10 times, 20 times, as are all of us that have chosen to participate on Wednesday evenings and may have seen it before. So I'm laying it down here. Let's see if, there we go. So you can see the Scorpio card, and the message for this evening is to investigate. Let's read more about it. Again, we've read about this recently, but you might be new here tonight. You might need this reminder because Scorpio is here to share some information with us. Scorpio asks you to dive down and reach into the wellspring of your soul. Scorpio symbols are the eagle and the scorpion, as this sign invokes both the soaring heights of the eagle's perspective and the scorpion's ability to burrow under the rocks of the psyche of culture. The fixed water sign Scorpio is ruled by Mars in traditional astrology and co-ruled by Pluto in modern astrology. It is connected to the pelvis and to the root chakra. The sun shines through Scorpios October 22nd through November 21st. So I think when we drew this card last, we were in Scorpio season now. So it was at least 2 weeks ago. So our action for this evening, says this card, and the information from the card, is to drop assumptions and ask questions. Be fascinated by a mystery. Dive deep into the well rather than settle for the surface. Look under rocks and be curious, as this situation is going to require some research. Take nothing at face value. Probe the conscious and unconscious passions that motivate this situation. Be aware of the sexual dynamics in the room and what role they play. Look at worst case scenarios so you can prepare and then feel safe enough to search for the best case scenario. Be ready to transform and transmute the situation. Distill the essence, concentrate. Play your cards close to your chest. It's time to gather information, get the facts, work with the material, and introspect. Listen to both the facts and your own intuition rather than other people's opinions. Share only when you are ready. Appreciate moments alone. If you learn to be comfortable alone, you will have more bargaining power in relationships. Within the depths of your soul is your connection to the infinite. Search for it. So, this is about, just like it said, investigate, inspect, gather information, use that information with your intuition to address the question that you've written down, the insight that you seek, the guidance that you are looking for. When we do this week, in response to this card, we will be able to get the answers or the guidance that we need or want. The challenge that this card offers us is question everything, including your own concerns. Jealousy and possessiveness drain your energy and waste time. Before triggering your defenses, the scorpion's sting, ask if that response will get you what you actually need. Now, I don't know about you, but if I'm triggered and become defensive, then the answer is right there. It is never the solution. Being defensive is never the response that is going to get me what I need. Feeling like I am on the defensive and having to defend who I am is never the answer. Being secure and having the information that I need, having the steadfast understanding of myself, is way more powerful than getting defensive and getting all clutching of my pearls or wondering how someone has the audacity to do something or say something to me. None of that matters. If I suddenly feel offended, then I've lost my game. So think about that for you. Now, the gift of this card is transformation. Scorpio loans you the strength and curiosity to plumb the depths and to face your monsters. Then soar to new heights and transform the situation. We all know when we face our fears, we become empowered. Those fears have no more ability to control us. We are the masters of our own life and our own fears. We can transform from this point forward. Feel the well within that connects to the collective source. So when we release our defensiveness, when we let go, when we know who we are, when we know that we can shut up and listen for more information rather than have to shout over somebody else, we are in control, not of other things around us. We're in control of ourselves, which is the only power that we truly have and is the most important one anyway. Does that make sense? Start to think about it. As you have listened, you've looked at the card, you can see and understand what it means specifically for you. Very excited about that for you and for me, as this has been a very great and again, it's been a response that has come to me several times here in these Wednesday evenings, as well as my own personal experience. So let's meditate. We've got what we needed. We've heard the card. We can see the card. And of course, I will keep the card up during our meditation. So if you want to take a look at it again, but let's get comfortable and let's see what else our deep self has to say to us about investigating and plumbing the depths. So get comfortable. Put yourself in a position where you are both relaxed as well as awake and alert so that you can have this conversation with your deep self consciously, so that you can remember, so that you can communicate actively. Now, if you happen to slip off into a little doze, that's fine too. You are being guided. You're likely still in a meditative state, even if you feel like you've been sleeping. But if you can remain conscious, then that information is with you when you come out of the meditation. But again, you can get in whatever position works for you, works best, and be aware of Scorpio's answers to our questions. Let's start by breathing deeply. This is how we're going to relax. So we're going to inhale. And when you inhale, take a nice deep breath in. Bring that oxygen through every part of your body, all ends, your head and your fingertips and your toes. And hold for a moment. And now exhale slowly. Take your time, take your time, take your time. Now, as you finish that last exhale of breath, pause once more before you breathe in again. Now breathe in again. And hold. Feel that oxygen cleansing every part of your body. And exhale slowly. And pause as you exhale completely. Good. One more breath in. And hold. And now as you exhale, you can allow your eyes to just lightly flutter closed. And as they do, you feel more and more relaxed. And now your breath. And your breathing returns to a natural and comfortable pace. Each breath that we draw makes our body feel more and more relaxed. You're breathing at your own pace, but you are still breathing deeply. And along with the relaxation of our body, we begin to feel a release. A release of discomfort and aches and pains. We begin to feel our body and its limitations. Begin to slowly fade into the background of wherever we are. And as our physical self fades away, it's still here, but we are allowing our true essence to rise beyond our physicality. And as our body fades away, we begin to feel our essence. We begin to feel the true, authentic, core self of who we are. And this essence is also now free of any emotional or spiritual pain or discomfort as well. For this essence is not threatened in any way by physical limitations, by pain, by emotional angst. Our essence is pure, released from our physicality. We are feeling totally relaxed. We are feeling safe. We're likely in some place familiar for this meditation, so it feels like home. Maybe it's our sofa or our bed or our favorite reading chair. But we are primed for feeling safe and embraced. Embraced by our own deep self. as we feel this safety, we become more and more aware of the deep self that resides within our essence. And if our essence was like a cloud or mist that rose out of our physical body, our deep self, our divine self, is an invisible aura behind that mist or cloud. Scorpio has invited us to plumb deeply, and our deep self is making its presence known to us right now as that energy, as that part of us that has always been here, that is the truth speaker to us. It's that voice that we know is always right, that always is speaking the truth when we choose to listen. And because we have gathered this evening, or whenever we've decided to meditate on this particular meditation, we have invoked that deep self. We are here to investigate what that deep self has to say, what truth it offers us about that insight or that guidance that we have been seeking since the beginning of our evening. Now I can plumb the depths of my own soul and my own deep self, but I cannot plumb yours. And so for the next few moments, this is your opportunity to ask of your deep self, what is it that I need to know right now that you have summoned me here this evening to hear, to know, to understand? And allow that deep voice, allow it to speak the truth to you, and be open to what that truth is. So for the next few moments, just listen to your own deep or higher self. What are you here to learn? deep self has given us the insight and information that we've asked for. We may not understand it in this moment. It may not make sense. But we know that sometime if we keep our awareness up, what we've learned or heard or felt or experienced can become extremely clear and vivid later. Or maybe we've experienced that clarity right now. Maybe it was difficult to hear or know. Maybe it was easy or just exactly what we've been searching for. But no matter what, it is our information, our communication with our deep self that offers us the guidance that we have sought for our personal situation. Now let us just open our own hearts and just become aware of those who are here this evening in this ethereal space. And I just invite you to acknowledge the souls that have joined us. You may have no idea what anybody looks like. You may not be able to see how many people have joined or are in this meditation, because people could be in this meditation from the future. People could be doing this meditation tomorrow or the next day, but they are here right now with us. And so can we just greet them gently, acknowledge their presence, acknowledge that we are all part of the same all. We are brothers and sisters. We are all in the same family of the all. And we just smile that non-physical smile. There's a twinkle in our non-physical eye as we recognize the all of all of us. We are ready to return to our physical self. We realize that this card, this Scorpio, this message is also part of our root chakra of our physical world. So let us begin by imagining ourselves returning that essence, that presence into our physical body. And as we do, as we begin to fill that space that we faded away from, as we begin to fill our physical body with our animated spirit, let us become particularly aware of that root chakra at the base of our spine. Let us imagine it glowing red. That root chakra is grounding us this week. It is grounding this meditation. We received our information from our ethereal connection to our deep self, but we are rooted in the real world, and whatever we must do, whatever we must face is right here. So let us imagine that root chakra glowing red brightly, 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 knowing that that is the stability that we need, the strength that we can call upon, the root of ourself. Now let us return to our bodies fully. And we do that by remembering that we are breathing. Yes, our breath. We are inhaling and exhaling. We've never stopped. that we've remembered that breath, now that we've caught that breath, we can feel our bodies again. We can feel our toes and our calves and our thighs and our hips and our torso. We can feel our chest. We can feel our shoulders and arms and hands. We can feel our neck and our chin and our lips and our nose and cheeks. We can feel our eyes. We can feel our forehead. We can feel our ears. We can feel the crown at the top of our head. We can feel ourselves refreshed and renewed and invigorated and yet relaxed, knowing we're going to have a great night's sleep as a result of this experience. So let us return quickly to our bodies completely by some quick breaths. Inhale and exhale quickly. Inhale again. Exhale quickly again. One more deep breath. Inhale as we open our eyes and return to this beautiful space together. So grateful to see you here. Let's move me over there a little bit. Yes. Lock that screen. So welcome back. So delighted that you were able to make that journey to have that discussion with our deep self, with your deep self about Scorpio, and to receive the information that you needed for your week. So let us ritually send out our intentions into the universe. This is mine. I got what I needed from this. I'm going to send it out and away first. And as it goes away, this is everyone's intentions, punctuated by the beauty of the flame. There we go. Off. More and more and more. All right. Beautiful. So, thank you for being here tonight. Let's see who's here. I am seeing an old friend, Ozzy. Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I owe you so many phone calls. Hope you're well. I'm so glad you're here. Yes, I can see your face. Yes. Looks like things are going so well for you. I'm so happy for you. You look amazing from what I can see on Facebook. So I will do what I can to get back in touch with you and we can catch up because we're long overdue and I am so aware of that. So thank you for joining tonight, Ozzy. Mwah, big kiss for you. Sue, thanks for being here as always. I love you, girl. Hope you're having a great week. Happy December to you. And let's see who is also joining us. Yes. On the other social media spaces. So let's check it out, see who's on the YouTubes. And again, if I miss you tonight, if I don't acknowledge you and you've been joining us, please remember to just say a comment, say you were here. And if you're joining us later or at another time, you can do the same thing. Send me a comment. Oh, there's Monica. Hello. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. There's Smiley. My cousin Kevin. What? Hello. Amen. Amen. How you doing, cuz? Good to see you too here. So that is, let's see if there's anybody else on Facebook. I always manage to forget somebody, and for that I do apologize. But we can check it out. And again, if I missed you, I'm glad you're here. You can still say hello, and I'll still know you were here, and I can still acknowledge you at another time. So I hope you guys have a beautiful December coming up. I am looking forward to making this a delightful or a dandy December. And what about you? What kind of month are you creating for yourself? Let's do it together. This is what we always do. So every Wednesday, 7:30, I'm going to see you here next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Thank you for being here. I love you. Have a beautiful evening. Good night.